And all you YouTube fans, I'm back to bring you another new tale. And it's another twisted macabre of this puzzle that is still not left to be unsolved. But I'll give you the date first. It is June the 8th of 2018. Time is now 2:43 a.m. Now I come back to bring you another new journey in this tale of curse, haunted, and possessed dolls. Okay. As a lot of you know that I am the host for this show and this curse, haunted, and possessed dolls. I'm your host, the Real Creepy Doll Man, and I bring you another new twisted tale in this curse, haunted, and possessed dolls. But I'm also going to say this episode is not a normal episode. This is a double episode, so what that means is the Real Creepy Doll Man is going to work twice as hard. All you YouTube fans and all you die-hard Real Creepy Doll Man fans from around the world. So I decided to bring back another new tale in this twisted tale today. Today's topic is on haunted objects, or you prefer to call them haunted items. Now, several things that you know in this world that, where did they come from? Well, it's simply they come from places that are haunted. But are they truly haunted? Or do people actually go to these places and raise the dead by playing with the Ouija board? Nobody truly knows. But you know there are haunted places everywhere. And we ain't talking about just haunted houses. We're talking about haunted mansions and haunted also. There are smaller ordeal haunted places that are different than that. You got haunted graveyards, haunted morgues, and don't forget, haunted hotels. There is one famous for this one in this ordeal in Louisville called the Silverback Hotel. One of the most famous other places that are more famous than them all is Waverly Hills Sanitarium. But where does it tie in with cursed, haunted, and possessed dolls, you may say? That haunted objects and haunted items, where did they come from? You know that it's saying that antique furniture can be where any type of furniture can have a spirit attached to it, no matter if it's a table, no matter if it's in precious silverware, diningware, or in, antique brushes or antique mirrors. But there are other antiques out there. There are also mainly spirits that will attach to these haunted items or haunted ordeals. Because haunted items doesn't mean that a spirit will attach to anything. And as long as it doesn't move, it can attach to anything non-living. They also can attach to anything that is your property. And that is the proof. Now we come to bring you another new twisted tale of this ordeal. But I will show you some of the haunted objects that the Real Creepy Doll Man has. And I'll bring them to you now. Let's start with the first item now. Okay. This one you may have seen in the last ordeal of Creepy Doll Man's episode. It is a haunted action figure of Godzilla. His name is Ronald the Haunted Doll. Or should I say Ronald the Haunted Action Figure. And he has a brother named Gregory. Now, Gregory is actually the one in the Kiss doll. If you had not seen the episode, it's very cool to see. But there are other haunted objects other than that. You also have haunted stuffed animals that you find, mostly on eBay and other places. Like this one is Chevelle, the haunted teddy bear. But you know, haunted stuffed animals are not just the only thing like haunted action figures as well. But there are other things that the spirit today can attach to. And another thing is that they also can attach to jewelry, like this crystal, or this mermaid blue crystal. Very nice. Very one of a kind if you like crystals. If you see it, you understand it. That is a one-of-a-kind piece, and there are spirits attached to it. Over 200 souls attached to that ordeal. But if you like haunted dolls, that's another main ordeal for haunted objects. Like this one, Bobby the Haunted Doll. The 13-year-old boy claiming to be a guardian angel. But is he telling the truth or is he lying? That is up to you to see that episode too, but why do people buy these haunted objects? No one knows. Or haunted items, you may call them. Nobody truly knows. But people collect them today. A lot of these things you can find in different places by accident. They sometimes end up in yard sales, also garage sales, antique malls, peddler malls, flea markets, and also thrift stores by accident because the person no longer cares for it. And mainly, it's usually either thrown in the trash for someone else to scout through to find these hidden treasures, and mainly sell it maybe to a thrift store in order to make a fast buck. Or they usually find them and sell them to an antique mall or some other place to make a fast dollar. That people today do this without realizing it. But there are other places you can buy these ordeals. But if you're willing to pay a great deal of pocket money for haunted objects, eBay is another one. But I warn you, if you're willing to pay anywhere over $50,000 to $5,000, maybe more, judging what the person wants, but you have to be careful. They may claim it to be a legit item, but sometimes they're not guaranteed. Some of them don't tell the truth by telling that there's not a spirit attached to these items. So I say buyer beware when it comes to eBay or any place that has an internet that sells haunted objects of anything, including dolls, action figures, jewelry, mirrors, you name it. Beware. Beware of your surroundings when you buy. It's like buying, I say to everybody who buys a car, you're actually buying a lemon when you buy from a used car lot. So I say, buyer beware. You do not want to waste all your money for someone to hack into your account and steal all your data. I say, be careful because identity theft is for real, my friends. Now, before I close this show, that haunted items does come from haunted places. Or they may be demonic spirits. You decide, because any pastor or any a Catholic priest would tell you that they're not really haunted. And any spirit that attached to these items is not considered 100% what they say, they truly say they are. So Ouija boards I wouldn't recommend. You must do a safer way to communicate with the spirits in another way. There's always ghost box and EVP readers, or it's called EVP recorder, my friends. Sorry about that. Or you can do it through old Morse code. If they flicker the light, it is a more safer way, I can say, to rule out over the other devices, because you cannot tell if they will lie. If they turn out to be a demonic spirit, then it may be a problem for that, not just the owner, but the person who owns the item. I say buyer beware when it comes to buying a haunted object or haunted item, because they are not toys to play with. You can be physically attacked by whatever is attached to it. So I say buyer beware. And before I close this show, as you know, I'm wearing something different. As you see, I'm wearing a jersey in this episode, in this double episode. This is actually an old Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan, and it is a real authentic. Now, I'm about ready to close this show right now. I want to say this to all the fans out there, all YouTube fans, and anyone else who watches this episode. I'm your host, the Real Creepy Doll Man, for this Cursed, Haunted, and Possessed doll series. And I can tell you, it does not close the chapter of this series. It is only the beginning, because there are still missing pieces of the puzzle still left to be solved in this great mystery. So I'm your host, the Real Creepy Doll Man. Now I say to all the fans out there who's been watching this episode, all YouTube fans, and all you die-hard Real Creepy Doll Mans from around the world, goodbye, and God bless you all.